Stability. What makes some objects stable and other objects fall over? Well, here I have a cube and I've marked on the centre of gravity, which, as it's a uniform cube, will be in the centre. We can consider the weight as acting down from the centre of gravity. If I tilt the cube like this, the weight is still acting to the left of this corner, which is acting as a pivot point. So if I was to let go of this cube from this position, it would fall back down as it was before. If I tilt the cube this far, you'll see that the weight is now over the top of the pivoting corner. Notice that the blue is on the top and the red on the bottom of the cube. If I now let go of this cube, it would fall this way. The cube is now on its side. So an object will topple when its centre of gravity goes beyond the pivot point. A Bunsen burner is very stable as it has a wide, heavy base. This gives it a low centre of gravity. So here's a diagram of a Bunsen burner. The centre of gravity would be around about this point. The weight acts down from the centre of gravity. So if I tip a Bunsen burner over to this angle, the weight is still well over to the left of the pivot point, and so this Bunsen burner would retain its original position when released. We'd have to take a Bunsen burner over to an angle something like this for it to topple. See, the centre of gravity is now slightly over to the right of this pivot point. A double-deck bus may seem very unstable, but it's built with a very low centre of gravity. The top end of the bus is very light, all the heavy parts are low down. And we can tilt a double-decker bus over to an angle something like this before it would topple. You'll see the centre of gravity is still to the left of the pivot point, this corner of the tyre. So this bus, if released, would go back onto its wheels. Finally, a pencil resting on its end is very unstable. I've marked the centre of gravity roughly halfway along the pencil and the weight acting down here. If we tilt the pencil to just this very slight angle, the weight is now acting to the right of the pivot point, this corner, and so this pencil would topple.